straight tonight. Well, the talk of the past few days, the play of AI, outstanding in his first full NBA season. Shuck, are you convinced that he is, in fact, the real deal?
I'm not like my good friend Kenny over there who sees one person do one play and then automatically calls him Superman. I like what I see, but I want to see more before making that judgment. Yeah, he's been hot, but let's see him do it over a sustained period of time.
Well, you know what? It's hard to imagine that a player with his upside was just sitting overseas. That's incredible. But he's put the work in, he's improved, and the league is now his for the taking.
That wraps it up from here. Thanks for joining us. We will see you later.
I see through my monocle. That ends the telescope. Keep running from the money. The doctors go, they come from the
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And for Chicago, here's a team that some people doubted coming into the season. Obviously heard all the chatter, banded together, and now they've strung together some great wins.
And you know what? They've been on fire to start the year, so they deserve a lot of credit. We'll see if they can continue to rack up the wins going forward.
And at Chicago to start out, early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove. Clark, did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as a season starter?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction. I started fast in my third year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my offseason needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my third and fourth year. And then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Brown, and it's McCarthy in at the point guard. Now here's Parker after the miss from the great one. 4 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Brown against Parker. McCarthy, the pass to Siakam. Pass to Musa. Just 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
Pass to Siakam. Brown kicks to Drummond. Over Carter. And it's Drummond missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's the great one. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there. Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed, heel, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
And so here is Chicago after the basket by Brooklyn. Back to Carter, and stolen by Drummond. On the wing, Brown. for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Bulls trail by 9. Murray, the pass to the great one. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Bulls, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And seeing where the Nets are, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Drummond kicks to Brown. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Here's the great one. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Mark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good, but that's a team effort by all involved.
Here's the great one, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Murray outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the great one, got a piece of it.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. That one doesn't go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Now here's Drummond. He had 16 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Here's the great one. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Parker outside. Here's the great one. Inside. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Musa. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto. Good work there as it goes. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's the great one. After the basket by Brooklyn.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
McCarthy, he's covered by Murray. Pass to Musa. Down low, Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give him a little bump.
And taken away by Brown. Parker and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. Great one out there with Murray. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Pacers had a huge game. He scored 18 points, and that was just part of the story. He finished with a double-double in that game. That performance is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. And we'll see if he can continue to stay hot.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively, they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
2 on the clock. Puts it up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. And that one's good. Drummond.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
The great one passes to Markkanen. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The pass to Kennard. Siakam kicks to Brown. Pass to Kennard. Carter pulls it in. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's the great one. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn leading by 11. Here's Kennard. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Bucket is good. Kennard's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Passes it to the great one. The shot falls for only his second bucket, 2 for 9.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Out to the right wing. Back to Siakam. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Siakam's got 8 points.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Off the inbound pass. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision. Solid at finding open teammates.
Here's Kennard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. That 3 off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Musa. Brown outside. The pass to Musa. The Nets working the ball around now. Releases. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Musa's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's the great one. There's the dish to Carter. To the inside. And Markkanen throws it down.
And, you know, so often the size of Markkanen overpowers the defense. Even when he gets hit, he still finishes over and through him.
Bulls making a switch here. Taylor's checked in. That free throw good from Markkanen. Clark, a favorite topic of yours. Great rebounders, glass eaters as you call them. Who's the best at creating those important second chance opportunities for his team?
Well, a couple of guys stand out for me in that regard, Kevin. DeAndre Jordan is terrific. Enes Kanter, probably, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the league, Enes Kanter. I mean, he goes and gets it in his area, out of his area, through guys, over them. Man, he's a terrific offensive rebounder. And I'd throw Anthony Davis in there, too. I think he does a great job on the defensive glass and gets his share of offensive boards as well.
The great one passes to Markkanen. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
1:14 left in the first half. Drummond passes to Musa. Here's Siakam. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that. And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Taylor passes to the great one. To the paint and stolen by Drummond. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Siakam. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Brooklyn, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And collectively, they're only about 72 shots.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets feeling good about their... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Bulls trail by 17. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Drummond, and it's Siakam in at the power forward position. Pass to McCarthy. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Passes it to the great one. Here's Musa from 12 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's his second personal foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's the great one.
You know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ... And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc.
The great one. At the line for the ball.
One shot.
That free throw good from the great one. Brooklyn leading by 19. McCarthy the pass to Drummond. Pass to Musa. This one for 3. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's the great one. 7 points in the game. Out of hand on it.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
There's Brown with the 3. It's good from long range. Brown's got 10.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
Here's the great one. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Musa passes to Šarić. 5 to shoot. Here's House. Carter with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's the great one. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
And the pass to House. Pass to McCarthy. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
And the Nets making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And timeout called. Luke Walton has had enough.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
The great one passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Stolen by Markkanen. The finish, and Markkanen throws it down.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, then he's off to the races.
Well, excellent defensive instincts. I mean, knows exactly when to strike on this end.
Here's Williams. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a play there, the hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
That's good from the great one.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. Hey, you can sink these with your eyes closed or blindfolded. So close, so deep inside. Great bucket.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Bulls. Ross comes in for Parker. Passes it to McCarthy. Down low, Williams. Rebound by the Bulls.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time. Liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
McCarthy, he's guarded by Ross. Here's Šarić, and slam dunk by Šarić.
You know, once he's in the paint, Šarić is ready to throw it down.
Bulls trail by 20.
Šarić, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished. Has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on, but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player.
With Šarić and how he plays, Clark, he's developing his non-scoring skills as well.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, Kevin, especially for how young he is. And I think he's got a game that's just going to continue to grow and refine with time. He's proved he actually can, on occasion, act as a point forward if you need it. Has to be disappointing seeing him miss that one, Kevin. I mean, the defense wasn't bad, but still, I think he needs to convert from there.
Here's the great one, covered by Šarić. The great one passes to Ross. 5 to shoot. Here's the great one. And the Bulls with another miss. And here's Šarić. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And obviously a total team player. Šarić is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Bean passes to the great one. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And there's the pass to McCarthy. Pass to Kennard. Shoots a 3. The Nets get it back in a new 24. The Nets working the ball around now. To the paint, here's McCarthy. The shot from the low post is good. 13 points in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. No good from the great one.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Brown, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Nets leading by 13, and down low it's Markkanen and Carter. Murray out there with the great one, and it's Parker in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And it's Brown missing.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
Inside. Chicago grabs the miss. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Parker. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
The wingspan of Parker is what helps him get these shots off. I mean, even when he's getting fouled, he's effortless in his shot attempts.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Brooklyn.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Pass to McCarthy. To the middle. Here's Siakam. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Parker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Carter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
Drummond passes to Siakam. Here's Parker. The teardrop falls in. Parker's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Usa passes to Siakam. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's the great one. To the middle. Carter, the pass to the great one. And the basket is good. The great one's got 20.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Passes it to Musa. Murray against Brown. Kicks to Drummond. Carter with the block. The pass to Markkanen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Wednesday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Miami Heat.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
And I tell you, the versatility of Markkanen makes you salivate, guys. A big guy with range for days, and I think he's only going to get better and better.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Murray right side. Here's the great one. Markkanen in the corner. A 3. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's Murray. Here's the great one, and it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Musa, covered by Parker. Drummond working against Parker. Musa buries it from 3-point range. And the Nets lead by 4.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's the great one. Back to Murray. Here's the great one. Markkanen kicks to Murray. Down low. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. .152 left in the 4th. 6 on the shot clock. No good from the great one.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Musa passes to Brown. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Markkanen's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's the great one. 124 left in the 4th quarter. And that one, good. The great one's got 18 points just in the 2nd half.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're leading by 2. 121 left in the 4th quarter. And with his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thank you, David. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Put it simply, Parker is an outstanding player. I mean, somebody who puts the team ahead of himself, and all this guy wants to do is W-I-N.
And it's tied up with that one.
What a clutch performance. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
Top of the key, Siakam. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's the great one. Passes it to Markkanen. Here's the great one. And again, no good by Chicago. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door. Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing them deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Markkanen passes to the great one. Goes up again. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there, Kevin, at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the great one. Puts up a 3. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time. Big time.
And that, guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a 3 to extend the game, and the young fella delivers.
Yes, he did. A clutch shot, and really what I like, guys, there was no hesitation. He shot it freely and with confidence. As a result, we're headed to overtime.
And regulation now complete. We will go. Now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Changes for Chicago. Acapurdo comes in for Carter. And the great one subbed in for Levine. And the Nets making a change here. Bulls trail by 6. Pass to the great one. Back to Murray. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Allen up top, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Musa. Here's Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Murray, the pass to the great one. He kicks it to Markkanen. Passes to the great one. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The great one.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. Chicago making a switch here. Ross is checked in, and he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those. And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out. He's doing it.
And the shot's good from the Great One. The Great One's got 28 points for the game.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Murray. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Here's Musa. 1:04 left in the second overtime period, and here we are. Poke loose. Now here's Murray. Now the pass to the Great One. Here's Markkanen. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
In the corner, Drummond with it. Brown outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Siakam. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Murray, the pass to the Great One. Dishes to Markkanen. Comes up empty down low. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's the Great One. Lets it go with the 3. And the miss. So it's the Nets picking up the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a
Hey, AI, I need you to do an interview with Griff real quick.
Now? Seriously?
I know, but it'll only take a second, okay?
All right, fine. Let's just get this over with.
AI, thanks for taking the time. I know it was a tough game.
Ain't that the truth?
So tell me about it. How does it feel to be on the wrong end of a close game like this one?
Look, man, just come to me in my locker real quick.
You got it.
It's awful. You know, I feel like we let each other down, but what's even worse, I feel like we let the fans down. You know, they deserve a lot better than what we put on the floor tonight.
Can't win them all, though, am I right?
And that's true, but in a game like tonight where the score is so close, you know, you get a lot of what-ifs. Like, if one thing had happened differently one way or the other, then it might be a completely different outcome. And, you know, that's what hurts. Okay? All right, that's it. Thank you.
Appreciate the honesty.
Guys, let's go.
Good luck turning it around.